Project in 2050, a catastrophic event occurred on Earth. All women suddenly disappeared. The Medical Public Council declared this phenomenon to be a phenomenon of beatitude. This news caused an apocalyptic panic around the world, because every day it became more obvious that the future of the human race was under threat. However, a few months after the women disappeared, a group of scientists discovered extraterrestrial matter on Mars. This substance, dubbed Elerium, had the potential to recreate the genetic structure of lost women. Professor Jonathan Brown, an outstanding geneticist, led the project to study Elerium and develop a way to use it. They created a secret Eden base in the heart of the Nevada desert, where the first experimental procedure took place with the help of long and careful research. Professor Brown's team was able to activate the genetic codes of Elerium and introduce them into the organisms of men. The goal was to restore and create new genetic structures. The X chromosome, responsible for the female sex, and the activation of genes that promote reproduction and childbirth. New technologies have emerged that have compensated for the lack of women in a number of professions and fields. Despite some difficulties and initial problems, society has found its new balance. The restoration of male reproductive capabilities has led to an increase in the population. Thanks to scientific research and the use of Elerium, men were able to preserve the diversity of their genetic heritage and continue the human species. They have learned to enjoy and take care of new lives again. Over time, society began to realize that the phenomenon of beatitude is not an end point, but an opportunity for growth and overcoming limitations. Men have become aware of the importance of gender equality and have made a significant contribution to the creation of a united and just society. Scientific research continues, and every year we learn more about the phenomenon of beatitude and its consequences for human society. Many hopes are linked to the long-term prospects for the restoration of the female sex. The procedure for restoring the reproductive potential of men was slow and difficult, but to the surprise of everyone, it turned out to be successful. Soon the first male Edenians, as they were called, began to give birth to children. Nevertheless, despite the success of the procedure, the scientists faced new problems. Men, having invaded the space previously occupied by women, faced the challenges of increased responsibility and new roles that they had to accept. There were attempts to create a new social system where women were exclusively revered and served as a symbol and ideal for reflection. However, this concept was rejected, and the men decided to build a more equal society. Decades later, the world left without a female has learned to adapt to new realities. Men have realized that they are capable of much more than they thought before. They began to develop art, literature, science, and technology, using these abilities to create a better future. However, this new world was not completely flawless. Some men suffered from feelings of loss and loneliness. They were looking for ways to restore partnership with the female sex. Scientists continue to work on improving the artificial reproduction procedure, hoping to restore the natural balance. As a result, contrary to the black predictions, the world remained unchanged and was able to adapt to the new reality. Women, although not physically present, continued to live in the hearts of men and were revered as ideals, symbols of beauty and inspiration for creating a better future for all.